Good afternoon, my name is Sean Robertson and I'm Sales Director here at Sunseeker International. And I wanted to take you through this exciting new project, the 90 Ocean. Why this is such a key new product to Sunseeker is that it's not a replacement, it's not replacing an existing model, but it's a completely new niche. And I think it's key, first of all, if we look at the overall shape, you can see that it's distinctly Sunseeker, the shape of the screen, the overall architecture of the superstructure and the hull, but then you come to this forward upright stem, and what you can't see on here is the overall beam, which is over 7 metres, so under 90 feet, so 28 metres in length, but over 7 metres in beam. So what that does is allows us to give roughly 25 to 30% more volume, more deck space than you would normally find in a yacht of this size. And we've used that very cleverly to accommodate a much improved beach area, water entertainment space at the stern, better accommodation inside, both on the saloon and lower decks, but also then changing this shape at the bow has allowed this all-important bow entertainment, sunbathing, seating area to be greatly improved for a yacht of this size. So let's give you some facts. So like I said, she's over 7 metres in beam, 7.1. She's 27.5 metres long. She's carrying 13,000 litres of fuel, and we're fitting her either with a V10 or V12 MAN engines on shaft drive, which will give her anywhere from 24 to 28 knots top end, but a very efficient, perfected hull that will give you a great cruise speed from 10 to 20 knots, but doing so extremely efficiently. But also with that ability to push the throttles forward and get home quickly if you still want to do that. So let's start at the stern. So where we've really changed from, say, an 86 or 88 yacht at this stern area is you've got this immense aft platform area. So to give you an idea, the shadows on the GA here are showing a 460 Williams, so 15-foot tender, plus a 3-seater jet ski, 2 hatches in the deck to accommodate 2 sea bobs, and then a massive storage area forward, which will accommodate blow-up paddle boards, dive equipment, snorkel equipment, this type of thing. The launching arrangement as well is very, very clever, where you've got a 3/4 platform here, so immediately at anchor, launch the tender, platform back up, launch the jet ski. You've still got then integrated swim in, swim on, swim off platform space. But you'll notice you've got this fixed section on the port side here, which means even with the platform in the lowered position, you've got a full walkway to the stern, and then a hydraulic ladder which will come out, good wide ladder, which doubles as a swim step, so you can actually access to the water very easily, or when you're back in port, this then becomes your passerelle for getting to the quayside. So a multi-use of a beautiful hydraulic stainless steel antique ladder set on the port side. Coming forward this will be the first yacht which incorporates the extend system. So what this means is if you leave the hatch in the lower position, push a button, you've got 2 fold out cushions, sunbeds, chaise longue seating units which overhang the platform space. So great to use when you're at anchor. Alternatively, lift the hatch to 90 degrees, fold out the seating again, and you actually open up the bulwarks at the end of the cockpit here, the glazed sections, and you've got a full extension to this aft cockpit. So very flexible, works in both positions, and greatly increases the ability to flexibly use that aft deck space. So the aft cockpit itself, again with the beam, you've got a massive space here, and this can be used again for dining, casual seating, more formal seating, can be completely loose or fixed, so very, very flexible use of this aft deck space. and really integrating it either really well with the beach area or integrating it well with the doors open with the internal space. Again, as throughout the range, we've kept this floor area flush, so there's no threshold to go over. And these doors are 4-panel doors, so you can either open in the centre or slide completely to one side, which then gives you that uninterrupted view and access from the aft cockpit through to the main saloon. Coming inside, the saloon area with the beam of the boat and this floor-to-ceiling glazing all the way through that saloon and dining space. I mean, it feels immense, and you never feel disconnected with the outside because of all the natural light coming through. This floor space again incorporates modular furniture. So although we've got 2 or 3 suggested layouts in terms of more casual seating and dining on the forward end, you can see here there's another option with extended seating and a dining area on the port side. It's extremely flexible and can really accommodate, I think, a multitude of layouts that a particular client might want to see. And this goes with the galley as well. As standard, we've made it completely open. So from this patio door, you can see all the way through to the helm screen. Alternatively, it can be more of a bar style unit, as you see on the diagram here. We can put a full closure with a door enclosing the galley off. So maybe if you're using the boat in a way where there's more formal dining, you want the ability to separate the galley. It can be accommodated very easily. Or even if it's a fully maybe charter spec boat where you've got a crew running the boat, we can even put a doorway across where the galley almost seamlessly links with the helm to be an enclosed space. And let's look at the practicalities of that. There's doorways both at the helm and in the galley space, so crew or the guests or the owner has got access through all spaces without having to walk through the saloon. So bringing goods on board, bringing fresh produce on board, very easy. If you're mooring the boat from the lower helm, you've got direct access to the side deck for vision. So very, very flexible on that interior space and how it works for a particular client. And let's not forget on the port side, dayhead on this main deck level, which again I think is vital at this size. A great forward seating come breakfast area underneath the screens forward here. So I think it would be a great place to sit in the morning with your coffee and a paper, relaxing before you want to be seen to the outside areas of the yacht. And over this whole forward section, you'll see that you've got an immense optional glazed roof section. So you'll never feel enclosed in any way in that saloon, dining or helm space. So if we now talk about the accommodation, you've got 2 separate staircases. So if we go down the forward staircase first, this leads us to what is the VIP cabin, but again with the beam and shape of the yacht forward and the size of floor space, because this upright stem is not just a visual difference, it means that a lot of the floors in the boat can be moved much further forward. So it means this forward VIP cabin really is a second master. Great windows, great floor space, huge ensuite space and storage for clothing, bags, etc. So a really usable VIP second master cabin. Your other cabins are accessed from this mid saloon staircase. So coming down this, you end up in a thwartship's lobby space. At the end of that lobby, we've incorporated what can be a very large storage locker, maybe for bedding, towels, etc. Maybe even refrigeration in the lower level. Or for certain markets, what we'll have a request for is a second set of laundry that's guest use only, which feed for the master cabin and the other cabins here. So again, trying to think ahead of how different markets, different clients will want to use the boat. Forward off of this lobby, we've got the master cabin that is so wide. You've got so much beam in this cabin and so much window space that actually it makes the cabin in some ways feel quite small in terms of length. It isn't, it's just the amount of beam you've got. And to give you some idea, these window sections on the port and starboard side are close to 2.5 metres long by 1 metre high. So again, even on this lower level, the amount of natural light coming into the cabin is huge. Walk-in closet, beautiful, huge ensuite shower, twin sinks, all naturally lit very well from the outside windows. Seating can be more storage space, drawer space alternatively. And on the port side, a great vanity cum desk space. That cabin is a cabin from a 100-foot plus yacht. And you're getting that by this increased floor space, by having the floors further forward in the yacht, but also by this beam of over 7 metres. After that, 2 great guest cabins. The starboard side with the ability to become a double or 2 singles. And then on the port side, obviously a fixed double. Again, in both of these, you've got huge windows with natural light, great en suites, storage space, and obviously the AV TV units on the inner bulkheads here. One change from our other yachts as well is in that accommodation space, you've actually got the crew cabin here. So it's accessed separately from the side deck, but you can see that you've got 2 bunked cabins, so accommodation ready for 4 crew, their own utility galley space, nice seating and dining area, and actually what is a great sized ensuite for the crew to use. And obviously the ability then to have the doorway straight through into the engine room. Now, it is different from normally from a Sunseeker, because we would normally see that crew cabin aft here, but we've used that space differently on the 90, obviously to accommodate this fantastic water level beach club come entertainment space. So lower deck, great accommodation for 8 to 10 guests. The master cabin alternatively could be made into 2 guest cabins and you use the VIP as a master. So very, very flexible on what can be done with the layout. So let's come back outside to the other entertainment spaces. We talked about the stern and the aft cockpit, but obviously on that same level we've got this bow space, which again with the beam and the shape of the hull and the upright stem has lended itself to an area now where you have this central walk around sun pad for 3 to 4 people, then almost 360 degree seating. So it's an immense space, 10 to 12 people quite easily. We offer options with cinema screens. Obviously you can be used more for dining, refrigeration. So again, very, very flexible, and a great separate entertainment space up on the bow here, which is great when you're in harbour, really isolated from the quayside. And finally, let's not forget the Flybridge. Now again, over an 88, 86, about a 30% increase in space. And we've really tried to again be flexible in options in terms of spa tubs, sunbathing, formal seating, dining, more relaxed sunbathing space, a real feature bar. So this central bar space is a real standout with integrated lighting and colours. And it's, a great entertainment space covered by the hardtop over the central bar and seating space with a sliding roof to give you as much light and sun as you want, or to protect it if you're trying to dine during the day. That's a very, very brief overview of this exciting new model. And she launches obviously here at the end of 2020, ready for the 2021 season. So thank you for your time. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. Any more information you want, please contact your Sunseeker dealer or Sunseeker here directly, and we will hopefully welcome you to the Sunseeker family very soon. Thank you.